Welcome, everybody. I flew right in. I'm 3 minutes late. I am so sorry, but I can't be at 6 places at the same time. You are listening to the Triple B Experience. I'm your host, Bad Bubba Brewer, third podcast of the week, going all day long, 24/7. Just got out of the Homer City graduation. Congratulations to Vinnie Mac, who graduated the class of 2023. And he is going to his next chapter in life. He's out of school, and I flew down to Bypass, and I tell you right now, I shed about 25 pounds because the Homer City Auditorium's air conditioning went out, blew up, something happened. I don't even know, but let's put it this way. When you're over 300 and some pounds and you try to dress up and sweat's just pouring off you, it's not a good sight, ladies and gentlemen. Not a good sight, but I flew out on the Bypass, like I said. I got on at 3 after Friday night, so I appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in to this show, the Triple B Experience, where we're doing a lot of pulp culture. We shoot the shit, and we get funky up in here. So let me get to the social media so I can say hello to everybody and get started. Here we go. I know it's Friday night. I know it's hot out. I know it's 95 degrees. Brian, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Experience. I appreciate it. Please hit like and subscribe. Let's get the numbers up. I want to first and foremost say last week was one of the biggest Facebook shows I've ever did with over close to 600 views. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I don't know what the algorithms did. I have no idea, but it's nice to get some kind of acknowledgement for some hard work that I'm doing. So, Joe Betts, thanks for tuning in. It was not my graduation. It was my nephew's, and I was trying to hurry up and get here. And I got here with minutes to spare. Sometimes last week I put out some pictures and some stuff. This week I did not, due to the fact that I was bopping around. Guys, I do appreciate this is the third show this week. We had a Mega Mania cast where we all sit with some special guests and we chit-chat about professional wrestling picks. We did the Backlash and the AEW. Larry Stryker, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B Experience. Larry Stryker of Extreme Wrestling Podcast and Food Mania, one of the friends of the podcasting world. They have a podcast. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do, to Extreme Wrestling Podcast with Larry, the King himself, JJ, and Jason Reese. Those guys are called the Shitheads, and they got some funny stuff. They like pro wrestling, and they like to eat, and they like to talk. Those are the best fucking things in the world to do. Eat, talk, watch wrestling. Robbie, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Now, like I said, I hurry up and got here. It's 95 fucking million degrees. And let me tell you something, in an auditorium with no air conditioning, it was god awful. But like I said, congratulations to the Homer City class of 2023. Congratulations to all the high schoolers that are graduating this week and last week or whenever they graduated. You guys are the future of tomorrow. So you guys better start working and getting your shit in order, because it ain't easy when you don't have cafeteria food and study halls. Because life ain't a study hall, people. You know, it's the world is a cruel place, and all is how you want to fucking handle it. Do you want to just lick your wounds, or you want to knuckle up and show the world what you got? So I also want to congratulate my my future niece, Kaylin, Tina, Dominic, and Tina's daughter. She graduated last week from Punxsutawney. I know that the kids don't get on my show. I understand that. You know, Uncle Bubba is whatever. I totally understand that. But you know what? I'm trying to do a lot of stuff because hopefully Uncle Bubba, you know, can rain millions, and then I can start having unicorns in my yard, because last night I almost knocked myself out fucking mowing grass. So I got to watch it. My depth perception was off, and I almost knocked myself out in my front yard mowing my grass. Let's just put it this way. My head is not as hard as I thought it was, and it won't ever be due to a couple concussions that I have diagnosed, and also a couple concussions in wrestling I'm sure I never did, and a couple car wrecks, and who knows. But my head is pretty hard. All it did was pop up my earbuds, but I finished my yard. God bless America, and I got that. So, but like I said, look, this is a show where we talk pop culture. We shoot the shit. I engage in all social media. Anybody that's got comments, please, this is the show where you could put some stuff on. This is, I'll talk about whatever. My Steelers show is on Wednesday night, and I moved it back to 9 o'clock, thank God, due to the fact people are doing a lot of stuff. The weather's nice. It's going to be summertime. It is summertime. It's, it is what it is. Memorial Day has left and is upon us. Now it's 102 days of summer. So let's get started with the Indy Wrap Up. I do this little thing called Independent Wrestling Wrap Up, the Indy Wrap Up, where I talk about some shows that are going on in the area. For you guys that are wrestling fans, David Brown, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. I'm telling you, I try to be as entertaining as I can be and as entertaining as I want to be. I love doing this. Look, this is the third show of the week. And I also got some interviews coming, like I said, with Brandon Watkins of Watkins Boxing. We are talking today. And if you guys need to get into the boxing ring and get in shape, go down to see Brandon Watkins at Watkins Boxing. My first plug of the day. Here we go. There it is. Right there. Watkins Boxing in Indiana, Pennsylvania, around the Renaissance Circle. And it's open. And you guys can go in and talk to Brandon and get started today at working out and losing some weight. You can't beat that. So let's go right into the Indie Wrestling Wrap-Up, where we are going to talk about the IWC International Wrestling Cartel tomorrow, June 30th, at the Marks Court Time in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania at 9:55, Enterprise Suite 100, bell time, 7 p.m. I'm just going to give a couple matches. I'm not going off every goddamn match. And you can also watch it on Fight TV Plus live for $9.99. Look, none of these federations are giving me any plugs. I'm just doing my best to actually help out the independent wrestling community. It's called, tomorrow night's show is called the Plumber Slam due to the promoter. So that's the way it is. Also, the IWC Super Indie Championship. Jason Reese, thanks for tuning in. One third of the Extreme Wrestling Podcast and Food Mania. Tomorrow night, IWC Super Indie Championship, the champion, Cole Carter, AEW. He's been on AEW. He used to be on NXT, versus Jock Sampson. That's one match. What's up, guy? Just checking in. Thank you for checking in, guy. Thank you so much. IWC World Heavyweight Championship match, the champion, Big Time Bill Collier. If you don't have Big Time Bill Collier on your show, what the fuck are you doing? Big Time Bill Collier versus Anthony Siena. I probably mispronounced the name. I can't read my handwriting. It's the way it is because I don't have my glasses on. Plus 5 more exciting matches. You can go to www.iwcwrestling.com. And also tomorrow night, everybody's fucking running a show tomorrow. I don't know why. You can't go everywhere. You really can't. PWX Pro Wrestling Express, tomorrow, June 3rd. Doors open at 6:30, bell time 7 p.m., 2125 Beacon Street, McKeesport, Pennsylvania. ProWrestlingExpress.info for more details. I have exciting matches. Big Time Bill Collier is the best unsigned wrestler in the world, says Dave Brown, and I absolutely fucking agree. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, okay, once again, I got some shows. I got some shows that I want to put out there too. They'll be out next week. RWA Unleashed, Saturday, June 10th, 2023, live at West Newton Gym. Doors open 6 p.m., bell time 7 p.m. You can call 724-263-5830 for more ticket information. Here are some of the matches. I'm not putting all the card out. I'm just doing a couple matches. And for the wrestling fans that might be able to go to one of these shows, but there's so many goddamn shows, maybe you can clone yourself. RWA Tag Team Title Match, the champions, the Gambinos versus Ross and Son. The Gambinos are led by legend of wrestling, Paul Atlas, and Emily Del Faccio. I might have mispronounced that. Don't kill me and don't send someone to my house. Also, too, the RWA Heavyweight Championship match. The champion, Reverend Ron Hunt. I always knew he's all about money. He is money. He's a great wrestler, the Rev Ron Hunt, because actually I drafted him at Fight Underground. He's going against Christian Noor with Tony Kincaid in his corner, plus 5 more exciting matches. That's next week, June 10th. Bell time, 7 p.m. Now, June 3rd, also tomorrow. Tons of wrestling, like I said, at Indy Wrap Up Center. I'm telling you. KSWA, Mayhem at Hickory Heights 2, 6:30 at the Hickory Heights Golf Club, 116 Hickory Heights Drive in Bridgeville, PA, 15017. Ticket event info, call 412-726-1762. It's my radio voice. I wish I got in radio, but I don't think I can make any money in radio. But actually, a couple matches here at a KSWA Heavyweight Championship. The champion, the face of Pittsburgh, Lou Martin, versus Sean Blanchard with the King, Dale Douglas. And also another match, because I'm not doing a whole damn card, is T-Rancha, Legend of Pittsburgh. T-Rancha versus Anthony Alexander. Plus 5 more exciting matches. Tune in, tune on, get there if you can make it, and have some independent wrestling show. Grab some pizza and some popcorn. Now, this show tomorrow night also is Imagine Wrestling. June 3rd, 2023. Doors open at 6 p.m. Bell time is 7 p.m. at the Juniata Civic Association, 206 West 12th Street in Altoona, Pennsylvania. That's my Mean Gene Okerlund voice. The matches that I'm putting on this show here is the World Beater, our very own guest and celebrity panel on the Mega Mania cast. A guy who should be the Imagine heavyweight champion, but he got fucked over, and I wasn't happy about it when he lost to Gorgeous Gregory and everybody else come out, and I'll be bitching about till he gets his rematch and wins the title. But I'm allowed to bitch because that's just the way it is. The World Beater, Chris Coleman versus James Ross. Jimmy, the high-flying hippie, if you smoke him, you got him, against John Ross. The tag team title match. My guys, I love these guys. The champions, the Rad Boys, versus Lucio DeVere and some guy I will not mention on my podcast ever again. They have no chance in hell, and if they put the strap on that team, I'm going to be way pissed off, but I can't make it. But it is what it is. Bob Derry, thanks for tuning in. And also, a Gorgeous Gregory versus the Gavel, David Lawless, in a championship match for the Imagine Heavyweight title. David Lawless had an interview back in our archives in the Triple B Experience. Also, the Rad Boys are in the archives with their interview. And also, Chris Coleman, one half of the last APWF tag team. Team Tap Out is also in the archives. You can go back and check them out in the Triple B Experience YouTube channel. You can go on Spotify. Check it out. Check it out. If you missed something, I understand everybody's busy, but you can go back and check and do some stuff. You know what I mean? But let me get a drink of water here because I'm talking, because I like to talk and that's all I ever do. So Friday. I did make an announcement that I am going to, and I'm going to use my podcast as a platform. I'm also, I used to do a little dabbling. Yvonne, happy birthday to you. Thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. Hope all is well. I'm dehydrated because I was in a place with no air conditioning for high school graduation. I'm down to about 220 pounds now. Steve Jordan, hello. Thank you for tuning into the Triple B Experience. If you guys got any questions, you got any comments, you guys want to plug something on my social media, please do. I'll read it on my show. This is what we do here on the Experience Show. This is the format where everything is raw, uncensored, uncut. I shoot from the hip. Some people don't like it, but I really don't care. This is what I was talking about first of the week. Yours truly, I used to own a wrestling company called the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation. Now, I talked to my other half after this fact. I've talked to some other people. This is one thing that I never got to do in all of my wrestling career because I always had to rent and be in somebody else's, had to have the help of somebody else due to the fact of running a show without having a wrestling promoter's license. Dave says, love the show. Never change a thing. Oh, I won't, brother. Thanks, Dave. And keep doing what you're doing. You are one half of the Imagine color commentating team, brother. So, that's a hard job to do. Janelle, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. Now, I just want to say the one time that I had my wrestling promoter's license, I never got to run a show. And I could not rent it out due to the fact if I rent it out like everybody else did, I would probably be in trouble and fined because everybody else rents out their license, which you're not supposed to. That's right. Hey, what are you going to do? Fucking, you going to sue me? Ah, fuck off. I don't care. Hey guy, how you doing? Girl, you're not a guy, you're a girl. But this is what I always wanted to do. I've never completed the pyramid of success. So I get that itch every so often about doing wrestling. I really do. I think I have some kind of creative mind. And I'm not an asshole. And I think being on the sidelines for so long, I've been to some shows and I've seen some stuff that I wouldn't agree with or I would agree with. And I don't have to cater to anybody because my money is my money and I'm a fan. But honestly, if I got a wrestling license, which I am going to get a wrestling license in December, the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation, that's what I used to own. I'm going to go get a license again, and I would like to run a show in the spring of 2024. Now, I know I'm going to catch a lot of heat from a lot of people, and honestly, I don't care because I'm about teamwork. I'm about team. I love comic books, but most of my comic books, except for the Incredible Hulk and Spider-Man, are all team-oriented books. I believe in the team concept. I believe there's no I in team, but also to have a great staff can lead your team to victory. I back in the day, I didn't have a great staff as I wanted to. I'm the wrestling promoter, and I am setting up and tearing down the ring at one time because I was too nice, where everybody would, I was too nice. But now, as I sat back for many, many years, I am not nice. It's all business oriented. Look, I can't give Nathan and Kim, thanks for tuning in. Look, just because when I do get a wrestling license, I'm putting it out there. I am not booking people that think just because they know me that they're going to get on the show. I am not doing that. If you haven't fucking wrestled in years, I'm not putting you on a show. That's just simple. I don't want that aggravation. APWF was the best in the area back in the day. Thank you so much. Now, I just want to do one show. That's all I want to do with a wrestling license and see where it goes from that, because guys and girls, running a wrestling company is very, very stressful. But also, too, if I got some investors and people wanting to invest in the company, I'm okay with that, too. Hey, there's GoFundMe. People are raising money all the time. That's how AEW got their first gig. Fans, did that and did that, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of wrestling companies in the area. Now, this is what I, in my creative mind, or my, since I did hit my head, mowing grass, and I want to talk wrestling before I talk about some other pulp culture, and I thank you guys for tuning in, is I would like to have matches from different companies on the show. Craig from Patton, thanks for tuning in, brother. That's what I would like to do. I would like to have different companies on my show. It's not about the Allied Powers Wrestling Federation anymore. It's about Allied. It's about the powers to be. Checking in from beautiful Patton, Pennsylvania. Thank you, Craig, for tuning in. Yes, I believe that there's nothing good any around here in the area of running shows. I don't want to run shows on a regular basis unless there is a major, major niche for it. But there's not saying that I can't do a show once a year. It could be the Indy Mania of wrestling shows in Western Pennsylvania. Everybody can work together. I don't have a fucking ego. And if you have an ego, you need to fucking check yourself, because no offense, people, not everybody's all that. You know what I mean? You got to put your fucking pants on one leg at a time anyway. So I would offer different federations, if they want to come in and do one show, if they would like to bring their heavyweight champion in and have a championship match, they book it. There's nothing wrong with that. Why am I going to book a fucking another company's fucking heavyweight championship? I wouldn't do that. I'm not that fucking stupid. I'm not a fucking diligent. I'm not a fucking dictator. So, but I'm going to be working on it very, very slowly. After the 21st of October, Braden Elliott is all that. Well, he is, because he's the Rad Boys. one half tag team champions of Imagine Wrestling with Jake Wiley, the hottest tag team on the East Coast going today. I saw him wrestle Money Shot. They should have fucking had the title. Best match on the card. Rise Wrestling got a great place to run. Best match on the card, Money Shot and the Rad Boys. Best match on the card. Look, I got a comment. Oh, probably someone's like, Bubba, shut up and quit talking. Shane, yo. Shane is in the house. Special field correspondent. Sorry, Shane, I was 2 minutes late because I was at the Homer City graduation. I flew on the bypass to get here as quick as possible. So I wanted to get that done because I'm talking a little bit of wrestling, what we talked about the other day, just to throw it out there and just be real about it. I am going to get my wrestling promoter's license. I've had a lot of people contact me, and God bless them. And I had some wrestlers contact me, and God bless them. And like I said, in the spring of 2024, hopefully I can bring the masses and make it a lively fan-friendly event. And I do mean fan-friendly event. And bring the best of the best of a lot of major wrestling federations under one presents APWF presents something. Craig says the Rad Boys are very talented tag team. Much respect I have for them. Craig, the Rad Boys are one of the best fucking Indie Mania. Book it. Well, I would like to do that, Nate. I really would. I think there's enough talent out there, good talent from other companies to come under on one umbrella, and where egos. Shane, thanks for tuning in on the Facebook stuff. Where egos can be checked at the door. I'm not going to have an ego. The ego that I have is I want to fill the fucking seats. I'm not wrestling. There's no wrestling for me. Excuse me. I am retired. I am totally retired. My back is, I'm not 100%. I could never do anything. I don't want to do anything. It's not about me. It's about the future independent wrestlers of today. Bill Collier, the Rad Boys, Money Shot, Hippie, Lawless, the Rev, John Norris. Oh man, the Gambino people I talked about before. Okay. But I'll be talking about this. I have a lot of time talking about it. I'm not going to stress myself out, but I'm telling you guys right now, I think you'd be a better booker when you're not. Oh, I'm not wrestling, brother. I'm not wrestling. But also too, Shane, when I do book, it's not about me booking. I would have some input and help. You know what I mean? I'm about the concept of listening to people. It is not about me. It is about the concept and the product and trying to put asses in the seats. And September, I'll be doing more. October, definitely after I'm getting married, and then I'll keep the ball going after month after month. That is why independent wrestling needs to stick together, not fight. Yes, I agree. We all have egos, Nate, in wrestling, but realistically, I would try not to run a show the same night as everybody else. It's like overkill. JP, thanks for tuning in. It's overkill. Like, you have to pick and choose what show you want to go to when there's 3 shows or 4 shows in Western Pennsylvania, an hour from my house. Ha! Snap always. Oh, thanks, Kurt. I just saw your mom about a half hour ago. She was at the Homer City graduation. Yeah, I got a picture on the phone. I'll put it on my Facebook. Glenda was in the house. Glenda's getting a shout out on the Triple B Experience. But yes, I mean, I'm trying to do what I can. It'll be a slow, tedious process. I want to do stuff right. I am going to get my wrestling promoter's license again in December after I get married in October 21st. The boss gave me the okay. My stepdaughter said it was okay. I'm okay with the 2 people in this house backing me up 100%. And I believe everybody else will back me up with a good product. And we'll do it. We'll have a charity. Part of the proceeds will go to charity. And we'll have a great show. So I just want to say, thank you for all the support I was getting. Private messages I got from everybody. I can't say because I'm not going to say because I'm going to be Kenny Rogers. I'm going to be the gambler, and I'm not showing you my cards. But stay tuned. Listen to the podcast. I'll give you more. You know what I mean? This podcast is going to be a very strong component for what I'm doing because I didn't have it back then when I was tacking wrestling flyers on, posters. But anyway, we're going to be done with wrestling now. 24 minutes into the show, independent wrestling shows. Talked about what I made a comment about I appreciate all the wrestling fans that popped in, but now we're going to start talking a little pulp culture. That's right. And if you got any questions with some pulp culture, some stuff that I truly, I look, my shirt. I know what I'm talking about. I try to. So yeah, I mean, that's what it is. So Craig says you get the best of the best out of each company, and you will have asses in those seats. Huge results. Huge gate for everybody to share. You're absolutely right, Craig. I ain't got a fucking ego. I don't. I have an ego to be the best, and everything I do turn to gold. That's what I want. But also, too, you got to have a strong team. You know, you got it's the Avengers, Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Black Panther, even the Incredible Hulk. The only Hulk was only in 2 fucking issues of the Avengers. I just want to put it out there because I do know my comic book lore. But anyway, let's go with what I wanted to talk about. What I put on the thing. I don't know if any of you guys and I have Cable, my one of my ex co-hosts, Cable, for putting me on to this show. The show is Ted Lasso on Apple Plus. Ted Lasso is 3 seasons of Ted Lasso, 34 total episodes. The first season had 10 episodes, second one was 12, and the last one was 12. The last episode of season 3 was last night, and I watched it. I'm not going to give any spoilers, okay? But let's talk a little bit about Ted Lasso. Let's talk a little bit about Ted Lasso is fire, Shane. I look, I like a lot of shows like Star Wars and action, but this is a comedy, and the assembly of this cast is amazing. Like Jason Sudeikis, like he plays the title role, and he was inspired by his own character in a series on NBC sports commercials. Okay, it has a very diverse cast, you know, in the U.S., UK, and Mexico. My favorite, The Sound of Fucking Music. But yeah, and I mean, and they have like the vast array of character actors that they have is just phenomenal. I'm telling you, I shed a little tear last night after the episode because you have a lot of shows that don't finish right. You know, like The Sopranos didn't finish right for a lot of people. You had Breaking Bad could have been, I mean, Walter White did die at the end, and then they speculated, when he was in El Camino, was he alive? But no, he died. And I do like Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was a very good show. Like Better Call Saul, great ending. Heartbroke and tragic ending in Better Call Saul. Now, the ending for I don't want to give the ending away because I don't want to be that dick. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. I want you guys to go and see it. And Shane said it did hit all the marks. Yes, it did. Like they have like Hannah Waddington, who plays team's owner Rebecca Wilton. She's fucking phenomenal. She's great. She's tall, blonde, busty, older, like a hot MILF. You know what I mean? She gets the team from her ex-husband in a divorce, and she goes and wants to ruin the team, so she hires Ted Lasso, who was a college football coach. So she wants the fucking team to just crumble, implode, not knowing the whole logistics of Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso is probably the most positive motherfucker in TV history. Like the guy doesn't break. Negativity is not his MO. I fucking bitch and holler every day with the negativity that I got to deal with. I'm not Ted Lasso. But also, too, she was also in Game of Thrones. And also, Brett Goldstein, who plays Roy Kent. Fucking Roy Kent is pretty good. Like, Cable was talking about Roy Kent. Roy Kent is the shit. One of those iconic sitcom kind of stars. Johnny Norris, thanks for tuning in. You will be in RWA, kicking ass and taking names. But I just want to say Roy Kent is good, man. Roy Kent is the shit. He also played Hercules in Love and Thunder, which was a crappy-ass movie. Due to the Marvel factors that I have, Love and Thunder was a terrible-ass movie. Brett is also the producer for the show, and he's a former stand-up comedian. And he's not a real big dude. But his comical genius and his stand-up. What's up? June 10th. That's right. RWA, June 10th. And I did promote that. I always promote independent wrestling before I do my pulp culture stuff. So I'll be promoting it next week too, brother. Keep up the good work, Johnny. Keep up the good work. Um, yeah, it's just Roy Kent. Just if you haven't seen it, you need to watch it. I can't put it over, but I'm going to put it over. I mean, and then you have Brandon Hunt as the Coach Beard, and he also wrote the script, and actually Nick Muhammad is as Nate Sally. These are fucking characters that you don't see in shows like this. And Juno Temple as Kaylee Jones. She's pretty hot. She's kind of small. I actually like the owner better because I have a thing for tall blondes. And Philip Dunsmore as Jamie Tart. All redemption stories here, all in a positive way. It starts off negative. You have to watch it. It's a very positive show. One of the most positive shows that I've watched. It didn't have fucking people getting killed, didn't have lightsabers, didn't have special forces and special powers from the MCU. Just a good comedy. And actually, they had a semblance of something. I don't know if anybody caught this. Maybe Shane caught it. They had the same last episode monarchy as one of the greatest comedies of all time in my eyes, Cheers. I'm not going to tell you how, and I'm not going to tell you what, but they had the same fucking little bit of nod to Cheers in this last episode, last night's last episode. It was phenomenal. I'm not into soccer by any means. I am not into soccer at all. It's not about the soccer for me. It's about the story of redemption, of somebody getting pulled out into a different environment, bringing people together through adversity and overcoming astronomical fucking odds. Cheers. Yes, absolutely. 100%. Look, yes. Let me know if you know what I'm talking about, Shane. And the only reason why I know, because I seen the thing done it and I seen somebody talk about it yesterday. And that's the only reason why. And I don't want to give spoilers out because you know what I mean? If it would have been like 3 weeks ago, then I would have gave some spoilers out. But let me know if you guys caught what I'm talking about. If you actually have watched the season ending episode of Ted Lasso, and let me know if you know what I'm talking about with the similarities from Cheers and Ted Lasso. I write it down. Send it on a show here on Facebook. Let me know. Yes, I didn't pick up on it, but I saw on a YouTube video. Yes, I did see it, but it didn't dawn in my head on the show. But it's a great show. It's 4 out of fucking 4 stars for me. I truly liked it. It was very emotional at the end for me. Maybe I'm a little sappier in my older age, but I always like redemption. This is a redemption story. This is a redemption story in my life, getting a promoter's license. It's redemption, redemption, redemption. If you fucking lay on the canvas of life, you have to kick out. You can never lay on the canvas of life to take the 3 count. You always got to kick out, and kicking out is what it's all about. But yes, 4 stars. If you guys haven't seen Ted Lasso, please do. It's phenomenal, and it's a triple B experience. Fucking 4 thumbs, fucking 4 stars up. So that right there. So now anyway, let me get a drink of water here before I start because I'm rambling on like a fucking crazy man here. Yeah, because it was a hot one today. I'm probably dehydrated, especially at the Homer City graduation with no electricity. Yes, no air conditioning. Such a good show. Yes, Emily. And Emily, let me know when you guys want to come in the studio. I'm all about that. I know the 16th I have to probably do a show earlier, probably Thursday, because my nephew's playing in the Ken Lancey game, his last football game. So I'm going to that, and I won't be back in time to do a show Friday. But after the 16th, I'm all good. We'll get you guys in through StreamYard and actually have like a coffee house. All things are pointing towards this, Bubba. Inevitably, you're going to get back to doing live shows. One show. Let's do one show. One show, just to prove that I can do it. Avi, thank you, Mr. Klein. Jeff Blystone, thanks for tuning in. Now let's get to some MC news. And if anybody likes to debate, I always share Mr. Klein's. He has 65, 65 or 75 shows on his network. I watched it last week where I saw a debate against JBL versus Stan the Man Hansen. Stan the Lariat. And they had debate where they had topics. The one was about the draft. One was about the greatest game. I think JBL had the game, the 1951 World Series game, and Mr. Hansen had the 1958 championship game against the Colts and Giants. And they had two different perspectives. JBL was on Fox News. I mean, very articulate, could blow me out of the water on how I talk. And Mr. Hansen was keeping up with him, but I voted for, in the draft one, I voted for JBL on that one because he was very articulate. And I voted for Mr. Hansen on the other one due to the fact he had a personal experience watching that game live. Now, if you guys like to watch that, if you guys like to watch debates, Mr. Klein's network, I do share it on my Facebook page. They do tag me. I do share it. Tomorrow night they have a big show, but I won't be able to get on it tomorrow night because I'll be at a comedy show, which I'll be talking about right now. I think, there it is. This is the comedy show tomorrow. Todd DeFazio Media presents a grand slam of comedy at the Backdraft in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Doors open up at 7. There's the host, Mike Zidell of Greenfield's Finest Podcast, and the headliner is DVE's own Jeff Conkle, Mr. Wednesday. Me and Tammy are going down. We're going down to check it out. We need a good laugh, and that's what I'll be doing tomorrow night. I can't go to any wrestling shows because I'm going to support my buddy Double D Todd DeFazio in the house doing comedy, and I actually want to do one of these up here in Indiana. I think it would be cool, but also I'm going back to wrestling promoted. So, but maybe I could promote the whatever. Who knows what I can do? I don't know. I'll see what I can do whenever the missus lets me do, because I don't need to stress her out. I don't need to stress myself out. I just need to be positive and chug along, but there's not enough time in a day to get stuff done. Are you watching Silo? No, I haven't. Let me know what streaming system that's on. The only thing I watched from any streaming system so far is Fubo, that Arnold Schwarzenegger thing, and it was god awful. I wasn't happy with that. I was not happy. And there's just not enough time in a day, and I was doing 3 podcasts. Silo is good Apple. It's on Apple. Yeah, I can get it, but I have a cool cable system where I can get all the streaming stuff. So, but I need to finish what I was doing. I still need to finish Game of Thrones, or not Game of Thrones, or the House of the Dragon, or Kurt Mears. Thanks for tuning in. Joshua, thanks for tuning in. Josh, you got a big show tomorrow night. PWX in McKeesport. If you're working anybody, let me know. I'll put it up there. I did do the independent wrestling wrap up when I start the show. I talk a little wrestling in the beginning, but I'll be more than happy to plug who you're wrestling tomorrow night. Again, it's on Apple TV. Say it's slow but moving, but really interesting. Okay, I know the one where they're working. Maybe that's the one. No, that's not the one. It's real slow. That was real dry for me. Sorry, I'm dehydrated. I was in a place with no air conditioning. It was 95 million fucking degrees. It was hot out. Oof, man, it was fucking scorching. But hey, I got to start watching some shows, getting some shows done. Like I need to watch Sweet Tooth. I haven't watched anything. I wanted to watch Dark Side of the Ring with Chris Candido and Sonny, because Ben can tell you about the time where Sonny and Chris Candido acted like a bunch of fucking assholes. Couldn't get into FUBAR. No, I couldn't either. And I love Arnold Schwarzenegger, because like I said last week, Schwarzenegger with FUBAR sucks. Stallone, Tulsa King blows him out of the fucking water. Tulsa King is something else. I could watch Tulsa King again. Good shit. But Paramount loses billions and billions of dollars. Pretty soon there won't be no Paramount Plus. But anyway, let's get to some Marvel Cinema Universe news. The MCU. Marvel Studios' next Spider-Man has been halted due to the ongoing writer's strike in Hollywood. This is going to kill a lot of shit, people. I'm going to have to make stuff up. I really am going to have to make stuff up, so it's just, it is what it is. And Tom Holland has confirmed it. So now you got the Thunderbolts delayed. You got Blade delayed. Now you're going to have the next Spider-Man movie delayed. Now you got Into the Spider-Verse right now, as we speak, in movie theaters. I want to see how much money that will be. Shane says Disney's losing money hands over fist. Little Mermaid tanked in China. I'm never going to go see that. I don't, and honestly, I'll be honest with you, Shane, and anybody that's listening, I rather watch the animated classics. I don't like it when they turn them into real whatever. I'm old school, maybe. I never watched the Lion King, the new version of the Lion King. I never watched Mulan. I never watched any. I watched, I think, Beauty and the Beast, and it wasn't that good. I rather watch the animated stuff. That is what it's all about. Disney doesn't need to fucking reap the benefits or try to fucking suck a fucking everything dry and do real actors and shit with these animated classics that they're doing. You know, The Jungle Book, did not watch, did not care. If they do a goddamn Robin Hood, that's bullshit, because Robin Hood is one of the greatest cartoons of Walt Disney's history. I saw it when I was a kid. I went and purchased it. I absolutely love it. So if that makes me whatever, so be it. I don't think they should do that, and Disney needs to start doing stuff, because sooner or later the bottom's going to fall out eventually. People are just going to get tired of watching shitty ass stuff. Daniel San Diego, Shane is the real Little Mermaid, though. Thanks, Danny. Oh, hey, Danny, you were number one in our picks, brother. Bob Derry, not a Marvel movie, but Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny hits theaters on June 30th. That is the final Indiana Jones film. And I don't think it's that good, Bob. I don't think it's going to be that good. And Harrison Ford took his shirt off. So, ooh la la, golly, what a day. Money. Adam Ross. What's money? Ted Lasso or Disney putting real people and animals and making animals talk? Stephen Harris, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B experience. So yeah, I think they just need to quit doing that and try to take every drop of lemon out of that lemon. They just everything. They just suck everything dry. Sometimes come up with something new would be great. You know, I mean, that one cartoon that they did, I'm going to go off on a tangent, where they have the emotions and stuff. I took my, me and Tammy, when Jinx was younger, we went and saw that. It was stupid. Inside something, Inside Out. It's a crappy movie. Who wins? Who wins in a fight, Han Solo or Indiana Jones? Well, Adam, Solo's going to shoot Jones, because Jones has that whip, so Han Solo's going to beat him, because Han Solo's a smuggler, man. Indiana Jones just got the whip, you know? So it would be Han Solo all the way. And Han Solo did shoot first under the table. He did. He's a swashbuckler, man. He's a smuggler. Do you know a smuggler that's going to play by the rules? No. No, sir. I'm taking Han Solo all day, every day. I do like Indiana Jones, but Solo's better. And has Chewie to fuck him up. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, Indiana Jones got that old guy with his turban. You know what I mean? Justin Strickland, thanks for tuning in to the Triple B experience. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, but let's get to, this is not speculated. This is what I wrote down. This is what I got. The top 10 highest MC movies. See, I got stuff popping in all the time. Not going to see the new Indiana Jones. No way. I'm not either. I'm going to wait for it on Disney Plus. It's not worth going to. Either is the Transformers. I would probably go see Into the Spider-Verse, and I will go see Flash. I will go see Flash in the movie theater. I will do that, because that is speculated of the best comic book movie of all time. Speculation is Stephen King said that. So I'm not going to argue with Stephen King. So, but and I'm not a big DC guy, but if the story's good, you know, I can deal with that. You know what I mean? That would be great. That would be so awesome. But I got stuff pumping on I get emails, I get friend requests, I'm getting everything. So geez, let me I need an intern. God damn. So let me just say, like I said, the top 10 highest MCU movies in the United States and Canada. Now, I didn't go domestic. I didn't go worldwide, because I didn't get a recent one, but I did get some recent stuff. So once I get this other stuff from pop it on my shit. And, so if you guys have any comments, please do. Some of these movies you might and definitely you'll disagree with, because I know I did and I couldn't believe it. But this is what I got, so don't shoot the messenger. So the top number 10, it's like David Letterman here. The top, going at number 10 down, top 10, number 10 is Iron Man 3 at $409 million. Iron Man 3 was not a good Iron Man movie. So that's number 10. Number 9 is Doc Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. $411 million. Better than Iron Man 3, of course. Okay, so let's get here. Let's see here. Let's get number 8, which I couldn't believe this is in the top 10. Not happy about this one. Captain Marvel, $426 million domesticated in Canada and the U.S. Didn't see that one coming. Did not see that one coming. Number 7, Black Panther Wakanda Forever, $453 million. But I think the original Black Panther is in the top 10 worldwide, though. That's another list. That's another top 10. Number 6, Avengers Age of Ultron, $459 million. U.S. and Canada. Number 5 is the original first Avengers movie, $623 million. This is a lot of money, but Disney's also paying out a lot of money because of a lot of production and a lot of shit and a lot of actors, because that Iron Man 3, I think Robert Downey Jr. was making fucking $75 million. Put me in a fucking Iron Man suit and give me $100,000 and I'll shoot repulsor rays out of my hands. Number 4 is Avengers Infinity War, $678 million gate, United States and Canada. Not worldwide. They'll probably be up a little bit higher. That is number 4. It's a lot of Avenger movies, people. A lot of Avenger movies. Gina Marie, thanks for tuning into the Triple B Experience. Okay, now I was wrong. I said Black Panther was, but that is not the case. Black Panther is number 3 at $700 million domesticated. I said globally. I fucked up with that. So I'm not perfect. I did hit myself yesterday when from a tree as I mowed grass. Love to be here, especially when you're talking MCU. Well, thank you. I try, Gina. I really do. And if you have any questions, Gina, please put it on the social media and I'll say it to the masses here. I know more comic book stuff, and I'm going to get some comic book stuff, here pretty soon. No way woke folks would stroke out. Thoughts of old school. I love old school. I'll talk about old school here in a second. Number 2, Spider-Man No Way Home, $804 million. That's the number 2. Number 2. And the number 1 U.S. Canada MCU movie right now is the Avengers Endgame, $858 million. Now, Marvel takes first place with $10 to $2 billion. Star Wars is in second place, people. So that's brought to you both by Walt Disney. Black Panther was all right. It seemed like it was a little bit more about race. Well, Black Panther, it was about that, but it was also about Wakanda and the vibranium. And hey, Rich Smoke, thanks for tuning in, the smartest man in Philly. So, but with Chadwick Boseman passing away, the second one was more of Submariner. And they changed that up too, because they didn't want to have Prince Namor, who was actually way first before Aquaman. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Submariner and the Human Torch were actually the first Marvel comic book characters in Marvel Comics history. That is proven, but they didn't want to do that because Aquaman came out first. They didn't want that similarities with Atlantis, so they did this other culture and made it more primitive, which I wasn't okay with that, but I have to deal with it being a comic book extraordinaire guy. I'm going to have to deal with all that. But realistically, some movies that weren't in the top of these movies, which surprised me, was X-Men, no Captain America movie, or no Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Not a fan of the Black Panther. Agree. Shane Stomler, sup, fellow co-host. Yeah, I figured it would be a little bit. I figured Civil War would be in the top 10. But I think they do better globally. I think Guardians, like right now, the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is over $213 million so far. If you haven't saw Volume 3, I suggest that you do. It's one of the best Marvel movies in a long time because we had to deal with that shitty ass Love and Thunder. The Eternals was okay. It was okay, better than Love and Thunder. And this is a lot better. I did like Doc Strange into the Multiverse. I really did. Rich says Civil War is definitely the top 10. And he says Volume 3 of the Guardians is phenomenal. Colomania is solid, though. Not on the list, Daniel said. Yeah, Ant-Man and Wasp, that the Volume 3 of Guardians did more and quicker than the whole run of the Ant-Man and Wasp. I'm sorry to say, though, I do like him as an actor. Paul Rudd, I do like him. I think he's funny, but Ant-Man cannot beat Kang. Ant-Man cannot beat fucking major tier villains. It was a fluke, and hopefully his outside the realm production of Jonathan Majors don't get him fucked up where they just scratch him. They might do that. Gina says, do not enjoy the Eternals much. Too many things they wanted us to care about without giving us a real good reason to. And I'll be honest with you, Gina, in the comic books, they weren't robots. They were gods. They were deviants. They were different. They didn't do that. They put some different spin on it, which I didn't like. They didn't use the Black Knight, Dane Whitman, more than they could have. The Black Knight is a very strong character in the Marvels. I'm a big, huge Black Knight guy. Yeah. Rich says, the Eternals was awful. I hated the Eternals. The Eternals, Rich, could have been a little better. When they brought in, Pip the Troll and Star Fox, that was huge. And as I stated on some archived Triple B Experience stuff, they cannot use Star Fox like they do in the comic books because his persuasional power is to have women fucking just want to bone him, and they can't have that in lovely Walt Disney. That's his power. He hooks up with fucking anybody he wants to hook up with. He's got the pleasurable principal power. Boom. He can sweet talk anybody into bed with him. That's a great power to have. It's awesome. Added Gina, absolutely 100%. Eternals isn't my bag. I think if you, I thought Eternals was way better than Love and Thunder. I think it could have been good, but they just missed it on too much. Sadly, it failed. One of the worst movies so far to MCU, in my opinion. True, and there's nothing wrong with that, Rich Smoke, the smartest man in Philly. But the thing about it is, they're putting they need more substance now. They have the material. This is the source material. This is the source material. They can do stuff with this source material and put it into TV shows and movies, animation, all this kind of stuff. I just grabbed 2 books off the top. But they have the source material. But what happens is Love and Thunder, I agree, wasn't good. No, Love and Thunder could have been way better. Love and Thunder, Gina says, did go off the rails a bit much. I agree. Well, the thing about it is, guys, Gore, the God Butcher, didn't kill many gods. And he should fucking put the fucking world of hurt on everybody. Let me see. What comics do you wish you owned? What are you always looking for when you're out shopping for comics? Ooh. Well, that's a good question. Well, Emily, if I had the first appearance of Spider-Man, my house will be paid off. I'd rather have the first appearance of Spider-Man than, well, if I had the first appearance of Superman, my house would be paid off 10 times. And then I could do these podcasts. I could do wrestling. I could do a stand-up show. I could do whatever the hell I wanted to, because the first appearance of Superman is worth $3.2 million. Rich says, I wanted the first Wolverine comic, Hulk versus. I have that on the wall right over here. Hulk 181. I have it. I have the complete Incredible Hulk Volume 1 collection. I have, yes. And Todd, thank you for tuning in. But I would say like Spider-Man. I really wish I really need the 1 through 6 of the first appearance of the Incredible Hulk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, because the first time there was only 6 issues. Yeah, you come to visit, it might, yeah. Well, I'll see it missing off my wall. I'll see it. I got it. I'll be honest with you, Rich. I bought it. I got it. I won an eBay. I got it on eBay 20 years ago for $265 on eBay. Now they're going for, it's astronomical. And yes, I know I can front a whole wrestling company just off of my one book, but I'm not doing it. So, but yes, I'm always looking for Emily. I'm also looking for stuff to fill my collection, my volumes. Well, probably thousands now. But also too, if I can go through dollar bins and pick up some stuff to complete series runs, I'm good about that. I need to get put on a budget. I would like to go, like tomorrow is the Three Rivers Con. I can't go tomorrow because I work. Last year I went, we got press passes. Me, Cable, and Mav went down, and I had a good time. And I met Ron France, who actually drew the first black Spider-Man suit on an Amazing Spider-Man 252. He actually autographed the #1 Thunderstruck. He did that. Dan says, I want a 1941 Captain America. That's good too. It's worth a lot of money. But also too, I just like going, but right now the oversaturation of covers and variants are ridiculous. And my last topic of the day probably is going to be me a little bit bitching. So Emily brought up some comic book stuff, and that's where I was actually going with some topics right now, because as of now, and I am not fucking happy about this at all. And I do collect the Punisher comic book, and the Punisher logo has went to the wayside due to the fact of some political stuff, right or left. I'm not getting political, but the logo wasn't based for every, situation or every whatever. It wasn't supposed to be on whatever. And then they got rid of the logo. I like the logo. I think the logo is great. Emily, thank you for tuning in. I think the logo is great. I actually have a fucking Punisher t-shirt. I had a Punisher t-shirt when I was a kid. I don't want to get political or anything like that, but they've taken the logo off Punisher in this last volume 13 of Punisher, where he is now the leader of the Hand. But also too, the last issue, issue 12, I have not read yet. They have did away with Frank Castle. Frank Castle, lifelong war on criminals have come to an end in issue 12. I don't know. I read some stuff. I haven't read the actual book. This is the Punisher right here. Look, okay. Look at the graphic design of that logo right there. That is the logo right there on the Punisher. Right there. That is not the logo that he has been originally from 1973. That logo on his lapel and on his costume was in 1973. This is the logo that he has now. He is the leader of the Hand. But now he is not the leader of anything, because he gets killed in issue 12. I haven't read it as yet. I cannot comment. I've only read a little bit of internet craziness. His wife comes back, and I think she takes him for everything. I think that's right. That's what I read. And he goes into some kind of purgatory. So as of right now, Marvel Comics will not have the Punisher on any type of comics in Marvel Comics. They also have John Bernthal, God bless his soul, greatest Punisher of all time. He will be part of Daredevil, but that production has stopped. So they were talking about having a John Bernthal series, but how can you not have a series when you get rid of the main character in the comic books? They used to do that when they didn't have when the X-Men, they killed Wolverine because they didn't have Wolverine at that time, because all the X-Men was under Fox. that's because they sold all their shit, and that made it shitty. But also, too, this is 2 major deaths in 1 week. So a lot of, like, an Amazing Spider-Man issue 26. I haven't read that yet either. Okay, it's a spoiler alert. Marvel plans to do away with, and they mentioned it fucking weeks in advance, that they are killing Miss Marvel. That's right. The Miss Marvel from Disney Plus, Kamala Khan, is getting killed in Spider-Man 26. And in the fall, she's coming out in a movie, The Marvels, which is totally unheard of. So that's just ridiculous. So you kill 2 major characters in less than a week. Marvel's writers are fucking, some of them are the biggest fucking idiots in the world. I'm not a writer. I can't write a comic book. I can't, but I wouldn't kill. But also, too, they all come back, though. They'll come back eventually. I mean, only Ben Parker is the only one that never, Uncle Ben never came back. Everybody else comes back. But still, Superman came back. That was just for, for the money. And now you can get an issue of Superman dying. You can get it for buck 25. So yes, 2 major characters dead, both in the MCU, both in a TV show, and both did 2 TV shows and is going to be in a movie, and they killed him. They killed Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. Unreal. I don't know what they're doing. I can sit here and bitch all the time, but honestly, comic book prices are you know what it costs? $4.95 for 1 comic book. And if it's a double, it's damn near $10 fucking dollars. So to get 1 comic book, you're better off another $3 more and getting, a half pack, 15 fucking pack of fucking beer. But I don't know what beer you want. It'd be a 30 pack of Icy Light. You get you 2 comic books nowadays. Comic books are a very expensive hobby. I know they are. I keep doing it, but I don't read the stories lately, and I should. But I just bag them up and just put them in order and see what I can do. But I mean, that's just how it is, people. So that's how it is. So let me get to some. Hold on. I'm gonna sponsored by Bob's Pizza. You can get I can get 5 pieces, a Wapaho, and a root beer for under $12. You can't beat that anywhere. They're closed on Sundays, though, but it's a proud sponsor of the Triple B Experience. Tell Ted I said hello, And also Alley Cat Beverage. I can run the commercial, but it's might be too long. But Alley Cat Beverage, you get your beer at Alley Cat Beverage in Clymer, Pennsylvania. Tell them I sent you. So but yeah. So that's it in a nutshell, people. So look, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I really do. Like I said, these. Hey, we ate there. Yeah. Well, see, what'd you get? I need to grab. Yep, love Bob's. I love Bob's too. I think Larry Stryker from Extreme Wrestling Podcast. I think those guys are going to come up and get some pizza. Best square pizza around. So, but look, please hit the like button. Please hit the, subscribe. Please share, because I don't know what it does with the algorithms. I don't have any goddamn clue. I just try to be as entertaining as I can be. Last week was the biggest Facebook show I've done in a long time. When I used to do the Triple B Double D Heavyweight podcast with me and Todd, we talk wrestling, when we were pulling in like 6,000 views on Facebook. And that's true. And that's the facts, man. That is true. 6,000 views on Facebook back in the day. I've been doing this podcast since 2018. I've been doing a lot of shows. This is my format. This is my stuff. I just try to put it out there. I appreciate you guys all tuning in. Like I said, 9:00 now. But next Friday, I think I'm good. But I know the 16th, I am not, because I will be going to the Ken Lancey game to watch my nephew play football one last time with the pads on. And, smash that. Thank you. Whoever's doing that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Put it out there. Like I said, I love to do the independent wrestling stuff about putting all the shows. If you missed that, check it out. It was in the first part of the show. BJ, thanks for tuning in for the Triple B Experience. I do that when I get the shows out, and I try to put it out there so people can go and watch shows. I can't get to every show, but I like to watch wrestling. But also, too, I'm getting my license, as I did my little rant. and this podcast is going to be the platform that I use. I don't have to tack up posters on telephone poles and bus depots anymore. Technological advancement is here. But also, too, I just want everybody to get together and check their egos at the door. And I'll be talking about it till September and October. And after October, then it's game on, because I got the okay from the boss. And she'll be part of it too. She's gonna experience it. And thank you, BJ. Love you too. Thank you so much. But also too, I'm trying to get a little better on this podcasting stuff. This is raw, unscripted, uncut. I appreciate everybody tuning in for this pulp culture stuff. I love giving you guys talks about stuff of the pulp culture nature. Like I said, if you haven't watched Ted Lasso, please do. Great show. And if you're looking for positive attitudes and positive influences and redemption story, it's Ted Lasso. Everybody needs a good redemption story. I think it's fucking great. And I truly give it 4 stars. And go see Into the Spider-Verse if you got a chance. It's going to be a great animated MCU. Anything with Spider-Man is going to be good. And like I said, I'll be back next week. I think I'll be at regular time, 9. I was 2 minutes late because my nephew, like I said, congratulations to him, Vinnie Mac, for graduating. So like I said, everybody just tune in, keep riding the Triple B Express. We keep moving. There's a lot of stuff that I do here on this show. We will be interviewing Brandon Watkins from Watkins Boxing. We will get that out. And I have some other more interviews lined up and go from there. And from the world of wrestling and sports and business and whatever, it's all an experience. And that's all I'm trying to do for this show is too sweet. Too sweet it is. And please be kind, everybody. Try to think positive. And when stuff gets you down, keep motivating for success. Believe me, I have in my personal life, my daytime stuff, I have to persevere. It's not where I want to be in life, but you know what? You got to keep persevering. So, hey guys, thank you once again. Thanks for tuning in. Please hit subscribe. Tell everybody, help join the revolution, because in 2024, wrestling is coming. Going to be promoted by yours truly. I'm getting my license. Then everybody will come out of the woodwork and want to. I can't do that, people. You got to be good. I was nice. I'm a nice guy, but it's all about the business. All about the business. Thank you guys so much. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys Wednesday I'll tell you what. I can't Wednesday. I think I might do Tuesday because I got to help some people move. They need my physical prowess, and I don't think I'll be done in time. So I'll probably do the Black and Gold Triple B Dynasty show on Tuesday night. So I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless you. You guys have a great weekend and a better tomorrow. And have a good night. And I'll see you guys. Hit like, subscribe if you just jumped on. Watch the review. Give me whatever. Oh, yes. Thank you. I'm just looking to do one show before I get out of here, Johnny, and see where it goes from that. Because running wrestling shows is very, very hard, as you know, even being a wrestler. And I tell you what, I like your shit, brother. You've come a long way, man. So keep it up, Johnny. And I will see you very, very soon, sometime down the road, watching you wrestle. Hold on, there was a comment right here. Hold on. Oh, be awesome. Yes, be awesome. On that note, from Emily, be awesome. Everybody take care. Have a great night. And God bless you all.